I did not read very much in November. I only read one book, and that was Conan, Spawn of the Serpent God. And I already talked about this book. I posted a review. You can go check that out if you like fantasy stuff. But there were some other books on my list for November that I did get around to reading and finishing in December already. We're in the second week of December. I've got two books knocked off of that list that I was supposed to read last month. There's another one that I'm still working through, and for some reason, it's really hard to get through. I don't know why. It's a really good book, and it's the shortest one that was on the stack. But I've got up here, I've got John Cracker's, I think that's how you say his last name, Into the Wild. It's a true story based off the kid, Chris McCandless, who leaves society behind. He has some strong feelings on society, and he burns all his cash, wants to go out into the wilderness of Alaska and live off the land to see if he can do it. It's a true story. They made a movie about it. I highly recommend that you pick up the book, though, and read it before you watch the film, and that way you can do a little comparison, contrast of how people perceived his life. I love this book. I'm glad that I read it. It's actually a pretty quick read. The other book that I read from Wendell is Jayber Crow. I really enjoyed this book. It was a nice, relaxing read. It was quiet. I really enjoyed it. It's a quiet story. It's about this old man who's basically telling his life story and the happenings that went on in his little small country town and how time basically erodes the town and the people within. And it's a touching story. He has a strong faith in Jesus, but he doesn't really push that down on anybody. Now, this story does take place in a larger series, but that doesn't even matter because this was a great standalone story. But it does have me interested to see what else happens in the other books, because it's all, I guess, the series is about this town, and it covers other characters. So I would probably pick up another one of those because I enjoyed this so much. So this lineup might be a little bit strange. It was for me because usually I'm reading like Star Wars books back to back to back to back. But the other book that I'm reading that's not here is Night of the Living Dead, a novelization. So you got the horror, you've got the true story, the fantasy, and the fiction. It's a weird lineup, but I absolutely loved it. It was a nice break from reading the same sort of thing over and over and over again. I don't know which book that I liked best. They were all fantastic, and I'm going to recommend that you pick up all of them. Now I've got to go finish Night of the Living Dead and some other books.